Welcome to Laughing Valley. During the summer, the furtive figures of the crystal hunters in search of a treasure appear on the faces of the Mont Blanc range. They are less than 10 in the Chamonix area to unearth these translucent stones which sleep in the heart of the most gullied slopes. We find those crystals in cracks and cavities, which crystal gatherers call ovens. Christophe Péray is one of these adventurers. The Refuge d'Argentière is the base camp one leaves to conquer les courts, les droits, le vert. And since I was a child, I've come here. I dream, I look at these mountains, and I imagine all the ovens which have not yet been explored. Today, the idea is to organize an expedition to go and fetch all of the hardware of a bivouac, which remains since last year behind les droits, and to bring it to the Col de la Verte. Around the Col de la Verte, there are still many places to explore. It is a very promising area. The only period of the year to go there is in August, when the snow melts, but at this period stones and rocks fall down. Therefore, it is very dangerous, especially in the afternoon. There are a lot of crystal ovens, but for the moment they are under the ice, and it seems there are signs of pink fluorite and smoked quartz. It is the ideal tool because it is in plastic. It helps me to remove the earth. And if I arrive in an area with beautiful crystals, I won't take any risk to hurt them. And then I will work very gently with the handle or the plastic teeth. We never know. It can be a big crystal. Who knows what can be hidden behind? There can be signs that maybe there is an oven underneath or behind this block of snow. The oven is a nest, a layer. Millions of years ago, there were probably thousands of them. At first, all the crystals covered all the surfaces of a pocket like a geode. Then the freezing, erosion, collapses of ground, all this has been pulverized in some places. Some crystals from the pocket could have been saved. Look, there is an oven under the earth. There is a crack. I am sure there are crystals inside. A lot of them moved with the earth. Look, this is a dark smoked quartz. We call it morion. Unfortunately, crystals are stuck in the ice. There was a big block of snow above, and if I break the ice, the vibration of the breaking ice will make the crystals explode, so we have to wait until the ice melts in the sun. I am taking a sardine can to leave it here, like a signature, so if other crystal gatherers come by, they will see that the oven is occupied by somebody, and in theory, they should not touch it. I follow small flowers to find crystals. Their presence is related to the ground, and in all the crystal ovens there is clay. And where the oven is open, like this one to the sun, some clay dribbles out of the oven, and very quickly grass, moss, and flowers grow. This earth comes from the granite decomposition, especially of the mica. In the same way, crystals come from the silica decomposition contained in the granite. Therefore, there is always earth, crystals, and sometimes small flowers in an oven. and we can see these little flowers from very far away. We can see them with binoculars on a face. I notice them and I go towards them. At the beginning, I was quite scared at the idea to climb these piles of plates with a very certain imbalance. But with time, I got used to it. Now I can thread my way through like a cat in a dresser, and even enjoy this type of climbing, because there are often crystals inside these rocks. Oh yes, look, there are things inside. Nobody has ever come here before. It's so dangerous. And look, we find an oven in this place, and it's like as if the mountain wanted to challenge us. It's just on the track of the falling stones. All the stones which fall from the droits come through here. There is a comb with fluorite. Watch out, there is a stone that arrives. God damn. It's stuck in something. My goodness. I won't be able to catch it. I won't catch it. I won't catch it. Oh, finally, yes, maybe I will. There is a law that says we are allowed to search out crystals. It is a practice that has existed for centuries. Mr. de Saussure came here to search crystals. Gathering crystals is an old tradition in this area. The administration tolerates this practice. On the other hand, industrial gathering with helicopters, dynamite, and pneumatic drill is forbidden. This is a comb with octahedral of pink fluorite. It is a rare item. In fact, I appreciate having my pack on my back. Like this, when stones arrive, I use my backpack as a riot shield. I put it like this. I'd like to scratch around here for a few minutes. I'm sure there is something. You can sell this type of crystal in a mineralogical market or crystal fair. They are organized in all the towns in the Alps. For example, in Chamonix, in Martigny, and all the surrounding towns. All the crystal hunters, collectors, and museum directors come to meet each other and to sell and buy their pieces. I think that this piece will go in a private collection. It is not rare. It is not rare enough to go into a museum. If it was a beautiful comb with a nice pink fluorite on the top, it would be worth a few 100,000 francs. I did not find it yet. I know this piece does exist, and it might be hidden just a few meters from us. This is why I am here. This is why I like to scratch around. Every year there are a lot of accidents in the Mont Blanc range. There are people that disappear and reappear again 10, 20, 30 years later. When you see that, it moves you very deeply. It reminds you that the mountain is hungry with human life. When you climb the mountain face, fear must not be stronger than reason. We know that we are nothing, and that at any moment we can be taken away by a stone or a serac. I especially like this crystal hunter life, and I like to live here, to stay, to watch the mountain, the sky, the clouds. When I hang out in these very dangerous places, corridors with a lot of avalanches and with stones that fall continuously, I found again my roots of prehistoric man. I am on a permanent connection with nature, with the mountain, and I am listening to the falling stones. I try to anticipate everything that happens, and then I talk to the mountain and I tell her, give me a break, 5 minutes. Leave me 5 minutes, the time to cross this couloir, the time to go and put my arm in this hole. Leave me a little time. And in general, she listens to me. And after all, well, I don't really believe in it anyway. It goes on falling. Watch out. Welcome to Laughing Valley. Laughing Valley, it is all this mineral universe, broken stones, falling stones, whistling at our ears. I came here for the first time 8 years ago, and it was extraordinary because no oven had been touched, none of them. I climbed in this delightful rock, and I saw the ovens, at 50 meters from me with points that came out, as crocodile jaws or shark jaws. And none of the ovens has been visited by crystal hunters. All this was intact. For me it was extraordinary, and I stayed a whole summer climbing and going down the mountain, finding ovens and ovens. Here in this place, that has no name, I call it Laughing Valley, because of these stones which fall continuously, which rebound, and the echo goes across from face to face, and the mountains seem to be laughing. A laugh which frightens you. And to make this place more human, I call it Laughing Valley. These stones don't stop falling. Therefore, I said to myself that they are the treasure protectors. There is something extraordinary, the contrast among this real chaos and danger. Suddenly we find in a hole these perfect stones which symbolize perfection and eternity. The look goes through the matter, and it is possible only in this transparent rock. For example, the Navajos used to say that these rocks were pieces of the canopy of heaven. The Dakas from Borneo call it the light stone, which has a magical power to cure sickness, and still today some people come to see me to buy stones, pretending they can cure. They refer to these very old beliefs. All civilizations have dreamed about it, these stones, and have given them a magic power. Greeks used to say that the amethyst cure them from being drunk, or that smoked crystal protects them against bad ideas. I have hidden equipment since last year, but I fear the worst. Fortunately, food is not with the sleeping bags. Small animals went into the food and they destroyed everything. We have gas, a pan, a small heater, something to melt the ice, sardines, tuna fish. Damn, the sleeping bag is wet. I feel good, like at home. There are crystals that we can find near. I have food, clothes, stuff for the night. I can stay here 5 or 6 days. It's like a palace. I think that the day I will find the quartz that I dream of, a quartz in a comb form, a big quartz with a base bordered with red fluorides. I think that day I will stop my quest. Moreover, each time I find a beautiful piece, I imagine one even more beautiful. This is what makes me keep going. This is endless, and I think that I will continue to climb these mountains to search, to scratch, to hunt these stones, which makes me dream and always go forward. The strategy is to heat the oven so the ice melts very slowly and freeze the crystals. All the crystals are stuck in the ice. They are free. There is nothing to break. They are firmly stuck in the ice. The flames must not approach the points. We must leave the flames away and then close the oven. The ice will melt very slowly. The problem is there is a crystallized vault which is detached and which falls on the floor, full of points, and the points are mixed between each other and are linked between them. Between the ceiling and the floor, there is another level of floating crystals that complicates the work. There are imbricated blocks in the up and down points and at the back of the oven. There is ice that sticks all this. If I pull, I will break everything. You have to be very patient and wait that the ice of the back melts. Afterwards, you will have to take off the imbricated points and avoid that they are all collapse onto the top of the other, which will ruin them. You cannot avoid to break something. Before I arrived, this collapse phenomenon of the different pieces on top of each other was still happening. Therefore, there are already spoiled quartz. I don't want to make more damage. I am going to extricate all this. My goodness, it seems that there are new crystals that appear behind. It is crucial that I don't spoil a point which is very near. It is so crucial that I don't spoil it.